Today I'm going to be making some homemade gravy because one of the reasons is I got a lot of this bacon grease left over from just cooking some bacon. So you can use any kind of oil you want. You can use olive oil, you can use vegetable oil, but I think bacon grease and sausage grease is the best to use because to me it adds more flavor to your gravy. So I'm going to be putting some of this in a pan. So I've got all this grease from the bacon. Make sure you never ever put it down a drain. I did that one time when I was a kid and I thought my dad was going to really kill me because it actually stopped up the drain, and I can't remember if he hired a plumber to fix it or what, but yeah, I got in trouble for that, and I learned my lesson not to ever do it again. So what you can do is just use this grease for a lot of different things. Like I said, you can use it for gravy if you want, or other things, or I keep like a jar, and I put my leftover grease in that, and then once it gets full, I just throw it away usually. But yeah, you can reuse this grease for other things. Just do not, I repeat, do not put it in the drain in your sink. So I got some bacon grease in the pan here, and I'm just heating it up. So now what I'm about to do is put several tablespoons of flour and probably about 1 tablespoon of cornstarch as well. I mean, you don't have to do that, but I want this gravy to thicken up, so we're about to do that. So I got the flour in here and also some cornstarch. So now I'm about to stir it with the grease. So I got it on low to medium heat here, so I just stir it up and letting it thicken, and I'm going to be gradually adding milk while I keep stirring it. So you just gradually add milk until it thickens, and once it starts thickens, you can add a little bit more milk to it, and it requires constant stirring pretty much. If it never thickens, you can add more flour to it, but you want to keep it stirred and just kind of get the edges here, and do this too of your spoon to keep from having clumps in it. You don't want clumps in it. To try to help the clumps, you can also stir it like this with your spoon flat. And just kind of do it like that. Because you don't want clumps in your gravy. Or pop it up like that and kind of do it like that. This is the way it's looking so far. So I'm about to add some salt and pepper to it. I was going to tell you I'm using whole milk, but you can actually use pet milk if you want, or any other kind of milk that you want. Gravy is one of the hardest things to make in my book. It's really hard to make. Actually, the Walmart actually has a canned gravy that's really, really, really good. And you can get it in the canned section and eat it. And you just heat it up in the microwave, and it tastes really good. I like it. So, and it's not too terribly expensive. But so far I haven't added flour to the mixture yet. Gradually pouring milk is, in my opinion, is really what helps thicken it up. If you put a bunch of milk at one time, I've never had my gravy thicken up. Just pouring a bunch of milk into it. The gradual process is really what helps me. But yeah, you can actually add pieces of sausage to this and stir it up, and it makes a really good gravy as well. It makes a good meal. That you can even put on different types of meat if you want, or no meat at all. I've actually had it for dinner before, so it don't actually have to be breakfast. But yeah, you just kind of just stir it in here, and then you can gradually add more milk if you want. So I added the salt and pepper, and I also added just a little bit of sugar, but not much. And it's starting to get thick now. It's about done. And always make sure that you keep stirring it. You know, you don't want it to scorch or burn the gravy because it's really nasty. But here you can see the thickness right here, like that. And if there's any lumps, just keep doing this with your spoon. I think most of this is really just bacon pieces in here from the grease. But yeah, just kind of do that, or do this. And you could scrape the sides here too and kind of do the same thing, like that. Yeah, it's about done here, so it's getting to where, you know, where I like it actually. I like mine a little thick, as you can see, like right there. See? I'm just stirring a little bit, but it's about done. The gravy is done. Here's where you can put pieces of sausage in it too, to make it even tastier if you want. You can even put bacon bits in it, whatever you prefer. Okay, so here it is, the gravy on top of a biscuit. Some people like red flakes, you know, on this too. So if you want to, you can add a couple little red flakes as well. But yes, this looks very, very yummy. I just wanted to say thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like and share our videos. Thanks again.